disguise. The passion I have for the craft, the effort I'm giving with every line that I write. A ridiculous life is affecting my content. All of the sins that will sit on my conscience, insecurities that I am possessing. Why is my depth in the constant obsession? I am reflecting. Think about the life that I chose and the path of the young nigga moving on. And I've been down and out cause I was looking for the answer, but never really had no question. Tell me that I'm accepted. I'm getting sick and tired of rejection. I said I can't deal with the nonsense. The pain been constant. I wish I wasn't this depressed so I could deal with the stress. I feel it all times. I'm debating what the fuck I'ma do with the cadence. I hope it is a weed nigga. I can take it deep to the depths of your soul with a list of my goals that I can never attain. And you will take it in vain. I tried to explain and give you my pain. Take a listen to the record and tell me I'm insane with the way that I was raised. I swear that I've been trained, prepared to be alone. I pray that I can atone. I've been looking for the meaning of life with the voice in my head, trying to get it all right. I could never get the light when I felt that I needed it. Proceeded with my genius, conceiving this demeanor. Shit, you will with pen and paint and the second that a nigga picking the pen. I guess it all depends upon the mood and the man and the mind state of which that I write. It's within my time as I redefine what it means. Commended for my dedication. You never related, relaying my pain in the passages, reading on pages. The scripture for sinners, the sinners can save them. I give you the truth and it's never debated, degraded by hatred and giving your ignorant comment. Deceitful accomplice, the reason my love is abolished. Lord, I'm writing a story that you couldn't fathom. Yeah, I'm giving a vision that you can't imagine. Yeah, do I wanna live is the question that I have been asking. All of the pain that I put in my lyrics, I wonder can anybody really grasp me, Lord? Yeah, you wondering what is my thesis? Yeah, you wondering what is my thesis? Yeah, you wondering what is my thesis? Why am I lonely when people are phony? I felt like I needed someone to believe in, Lord. Tell me that you want the real shit and take a second to listen and you'll feel this. As I reminisce on my self-esteem that would evaporate in my adolescence, turned introspective, felt so dejected. I should use a noose as my newest necklace. I'ma set the scene from my wildest dreams, and I was headed for the valley of the shadow of death. I wanna be the motherfucker you define as the best, with a rhyme to a test, releasing no stress. I confess that I speak a life from my view, a deceiving disciple. The blood on the pew, stain the white flag that you use for truth. As all bets are off, there's no more illusions, and anyone that get a division is confusing. And what a nigga written, I wanted to infuse in my flows. I'm using niggas are so clueless, blind to all facts, and don't know what truth is. I put it on wax and backtrack maneuvers, atrocities that you associated. All my fucking pain has been regulated in my isolation. I was hesitating, I am terrified that I will never make it. Life is so evasive, I can make a statement. I'ma signify what this should really mean, and that's another part that you would never get unless I paint a picture you could visualize it. That was so surprising, nigga. I could process lots of ill shit for you to realize that I am so lonely. I am so lonely. I am so lonely, Lord. Lord, I'm writing a story that you couldn't fathom. Yeah, I'm giving a vision that you can't imagine. Yeah, do I wanna live is the question that I have been asking. All of the pain that I put in my lyrics, I wonder can anybody really grasp me, Lord? Yeah, you wondering what is my thesis? Yeah, you wondering what is my thesis? Yeah, you wondering what is my thesis? Why am I lonely when people are phony? I felt like I needed someone to believe in, Lord. Reflect and think about the life that I chose and the path of the young nigga moving on. And I've been down and out cause I was looking for the answer, but never really had no question. Tell me that I'm accepted. I'm getting sick and tired of rejection. I said I can't deal with the nonsense. The pain been constant. I wish I wasn't this depressed so I could deal with the stress. I feel it all times. I'm debating what the fuck I'ma do with the cadence. I hope it is a weed nigga. I can take it deep to the depths of your soul with a list of my goals that I can never attain. And you will take it in vain. I tried to explain and give you my pain. Take a listen to the record and tell me I'm insane with the way that I was raised. I swear that I've been trained, prepared to be alone. I pray that I can atone. I've been looking for the meaning of life with the voice in my head, trying to get it all right. I could never get the light when I felt that I needed it. Proceeded with my genius, conceiving this demeanor. Shit, you will